Hi Tanya, how are you? Hi Karine. Hi Kate, long time no see. Okay, I see people are joining now. Let's wait just a couple of minutes until all the guests join. In the meantime, let me introduce myself for those who are new. Welcome to Sales Process. My name is Chris. Uh, I'm part of the Smobile team, and today what we're gonna be covering is usually software onboarding team. Okay. The idea for today is cover specific topics for a sweet and smooth transition for setting up your account and integrating different tools. If along the way you have any questions, just let me know, okay? You can type it in the Zoom chat or you can raise your hand and I will try to answer all of your questions, okay? I do see more people joining now, so let's just wait a couple more minutes and then we can start. I'm gonna be sharing my screen, by the way. Hi, Christine. I like your avatar, by the way. Hi, Victor. How are you? Morning, morning. Okay, just one more minute and then we can start. So, just as a quick heads up, today what we're gonna be covering is how to set up and manage your contacts in the sales process software. Okay. It's gonna be uh pretty easy. So if you have any questions now, feel free to raise your hand, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna be sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Can I get a thumbs up? Perfect. Thank you, Karine. All right, now we can start. Once you log in into your software, the dashboard or the Launchpad is the first thing you would see, right? And today what we're going to be focusing is setting up your contact. So um, on the left-hand menu, there should be one of the section that says contacts. In here, not only you will find your contact database or your contact list, right? But also here is where you can manage and edit all of your contacts, okay? You can add individual contacts in here, okay? You need to add first name, last name, and email, okay? And then I think it's important to add the specific time zone this new contact is in. So if it's in the Pacific Coast, PST, or if it's in the East Coast, EST, okay? And so on. Now, once you add the contact and save it, it will appear in here as the list, as you can see. And you can also add a list of contacts, okay? You can manually bulk contacts by importing a file, okay? The file should be a spreadsheet, so it should be either a Google spreadsheet or an Excel spreadsheet in a CSV format, okay? If you don't know what a CSV format is basically one of the formats that the spreadsheet offers, okay? And you just gotta go to this icon, the arrow pointing down, and select the contact option, okay? If you click on next, here you will have the options to upload that contact. And in here, as you can see, it gives you the instruction to be in CSV and the file has to be up to a maximum size of 30 megabytes, okay? Now, another important thing to keep in mind is that if you're planning on adding a contact list, not only it should be in a CSV format and it should respect the 30 megabytes size, but also the file has to have headers. And by headers, I mean like first name, last name, email, phone number, and things like that, okay? Why is this important? It's because the third step in here would be to map those headers with the standard or default headers that the software uses, okay? This will match all the information so that everything is in line, okay? And once you map all of the headers, just verify the list and it should be uploaded without any issues, okay? Now, once it's uploaded, the progress will appear in here, okay? And if you go to manage smart lists, you can upload different lists depending on your business needs, okay? Depending on category, depending on let's say tags or line of businesses, depending on what you want, you can add multiple contact lists in here, okay? Now, another features that you can do under contacts is once you have your contact list or your contacts in here, you can send SMS or emails in here, okay? Just by selecting the contact, you will enable those features. You can add tags or delete tags as well, okay? Tags are basically labels that you add to those contacts in order to separate them or segregate them for future uses. Let's say that you want to separate your contacts based on categories or line of businesses or industries. That can be done with tags, right? And then those tags can be used in different other features within the sales process software. For example, you can use those tags for automations and send different outbound marketing to specific contacts. Or if those contacts have certain tags, they can trigger other automations and so on. Okay. That being said, you can also send review requests to those contacts. Not only you can import your contact list, but later on you can export your contact list as well, okay? You can merge contacts as well. And this is useful, for example, let's say that you have a funnel up in place and there is one lead that signed up twice with different emails or different names, like a shorter name instead of Christian, it uses Chris and things like that. The software will catch or capture that information as a separate contact probably. And in here, you can just merge those contacts if you know that it's basically the same person, okay? Now, so far, any questions on this?
Yes, please. Can you also, hi Chris, can you also add a list of WhatsApp contacts?
Yes, if you have a list ready in WhatsApp, that can be added, but adding WhatsApp is not part of the standard integration because integrating WhatsApp into the software has an additional cost. That's why we usually don't cover that in the Launchpad Mondays calls. But I can later follow up with you to give you more information about WhatsApp in specific, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, probably it can be done.
Okay, thank you. I have one
Mhm.
more question. So,
Yes.
if you have like a whole list, so in Excel, if you have a list with different kind of headers, so how you
Mhm.
know the people, for example, so that you know what they actually need to get or they joined a certain workshop. So these headers you can also uh, upload, right?
Yeah, you can add headers as you can see in this three list or this list of three contacts that I have. In here, instead of adding a header, you can add a tag for that. I think that's easier. Let's say that you have different line of businesses. For example, you work in the marketing industry and you want to separate or segregate your contacts and add tags based on if they are coming from Facebook or if they are coming from Instagram or if they're coming via email. Those tags can be added in here instead of using a header. with a column just by saying that.
So, for example, if they have already joined one of my workshops, so workshop 1, 2, or 3, you would rather say use tags. So first upload them, and but then I manually need to decide who has already joined workshops, right? If I don't upload them as a file where they are already marked like that.
One way is to do it manually, as you said, but also if you connect the workshop with automations in here, we're not gonna cover automations, but if you create a workflow for that, then it can be automated for sure.
Mm.
So adding the tag could be an automatic process instead of adding
Yeah,
it manually.
yeah, I have seen that before because we had this automation teaching as well. But I was
Exactly.
just wondering if I have a list where it's
Mhm.
already like from the past, they have already like joined a certain workshop. So it's not
Oh,
part of
if they
automations
are
or
all
whatsoever.
contacts,
They've already, yeah,
if they are all contacts, yeah, probably you should do it manually. Or if you want to add another header for tags, that can be done as well.
that
I
you
mean,
wouldn't
totally up
recommend
to you.
that, right? Because it will probably be very messy in the end.
Yeah, it would be kind of messy if you're adding tags and headers that are basically
Yeah,
the same, that
yeah,
are working as the same function.
yeah.
It would be like duping your work, but that's again the strategy is totally up to you.
I
Okay,
see. Okay, thank you.
perfect. Now that being said, again under context, this is pretty straightforward. In here, you would find your contact list, and you can manage your smart lists. Basically, smart lists are the lists that you upload in here that are divided depending on how you uploaded them. It could be based on category, based on the industry, based on whatever you want. Okay. Now, let me show you how contact section is linked strictly with conversations. Okay. So once you go to conversations, what you will see is basically where your communication channels will be merged into one place. Okay. And by that I mean that under conversations is where you would manage all of your communication channels with all of your contacts. Okay. In here, nothing appears. But in here, if you go to all, we can see all of the conversation history from the different contacts that you have. Okay. In here, you would receive incoming messages incoming messages, whether it's SMS, email, WhatsApp, Facebook chat, all of the communication channels will land in here. Okay. And they will be divided into each specific contact. Okay. Now, this conversation section is divided into three columns. We have the first column in here where you can find all of your contacts um, with their specific conversation history. Then we have the second and main column in here, or the main panel, where you would actually communicate with that contact or with that lead. All right. In here is where you can chat, whether it's via email, via SMS. You can send um, files or documents or whatever you need in here. Okay. And then on the third column on the right, all right, this is where you would, sorry, give me one second. This is where you would see kind of like your contacts or the leads information, but also you can add specific or use specific features that I'm gonna showcase in just a second, okay? But this panel is divided into three columns basically. Now there's another way to access to this panel, and it's just by going to contacts. And let's say that you wanna reach out to a specific contact, for example, this one. You just click on the name, and the same name, the same panel appears, okay? Now, in here, you will find if you go to the specific contact to that specific contact, you'll find on the first panel the contact's information, okay, the general information, the contact information, and other features. In here, if you created tags already, you can look for the specific tag you need and add it to this contact, okay? You can add them to opportunities or to automations as well, okay? All in here. You can edit the do not disturb features for emails, SMS, and so on, okay? And then on the main panel, same thing. This is where you would communicate with that lead or with that contact, whether it's SMS, whether it's email, or whether it's WhatsApp, okay? Now, on the third panel in here, this is where I mentioned that you can use other features, okay? So in here you have little tabs. On the first one, we have the activity history you have with that specific contact. If the lead or that contact already booked an appointment with you or already submitted a form or signed up to or purchased a product, all of that, all the activity of that contact will appear in here. You can also add tasks for yourself for this specific contact, okay, to keep track. Just by clicking on add, you can use follow up. This is mainly for you, so the contact or the lead will not see this. This is mainly for you so that you can keep track of your work with those contacts, okay? Now you can add notes in here as well. Same thing. Basically adding notes for specific comments for this, but it's mainly for you, okay? The difference between tasks and notes is basically the order or the purpose. In here, it will appear as a checklist. So once it's done, you can just check mark this and it will disappear. If you have notes, they will appear in here and they will keep being here until you delete them or you you work on them, okay? Then we have appointments. Basically, appointments is where you would see the appointment history you had with this specific contact. You can create an appointment for this contact in here. If you click on add, this pop-up will appear. And here you just need to create the calendar for the specific appointment you need. You just name it, name the appointment, select the team member involved. Usually it's gonna be you. And then you select the time and date. And that's it. And you book the appointment. If you use the appointment feature, remember that usually an automation is created and or should be created so that the lead also knows that an appointment is gonna be set up for them as well. And so you can automate the follow-up and the reminders for this specific appointment, okay? Now, you can also attach documents to this contact, okay? Pretty straightforward. Just click on add, new file, and upload the document you needed. And then you can also set up payments or follow up payment transactions with this contact as well, okay? So far, any questions on this?
So
No?
at the right side, they don't see it, right? That's just for yourself. It's your own administration. It will not be shared with the client. Did I understand that
Uh,
correctly?
the third panel?
Yeah.
Yeah, the third panel is mainly for you. They are features that are gonna be for following up or managing your contact or your lead more professionally, right?
So also a payment would just be a reminder for yourself. It won't be sent to the client.
No, for payments, for example, a reminder can be sent. Let's say that you need to send an invoice to that contact or client that can be sent and created in here as well. Okay. As you can see, if you click on actions, you have different actions that you can use. Okay. You can create an invoice. You need to add card. Just remember that if you want to use payments, you need to add a payment integration. We are not going to cover the process of adding a payment integration today, but just keep in mind that a payment integration should be added into the system. Okay. Uh, Now I have a question from Victor, where can we set up the calendar for people to book a Zoom call with me? Is it covering today training? Actually, it's not usually covering today's training, but I'm gonna show you real quick how to set that up, okay? So in order to set up your Zoom account, you just gotta go to settings, and then there should be one section in here on the left-hand menu under business profile or above that says my profile. And then if you scroll down on my profile, you should be seeing calendar settings or something like that. And meeting location, click on that, and there should appear different options like Google Meet, and Zoom is one of the options for sure. That's one way. Another way, it's going into calendars and then going in connections. And under connection here, the display is going to be different for you. But under video conferencing, here we're in calendars. But if you go to video conferencing and you click on add new, you should also see the Zoom option to connect. Okay, you just need to log in with your ID and password, and that's it. Perfect. Now, give me 1 second. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen for a second. Usually on for those who are new as well, usually on the office hours, we give training on specific topics, and then we give you homework for you to do during the week. This homework not only will help you out getting experience on the software itself, but also posting your homework into the Facebook community group will allow you to participate to win prizes, okay? I'm gonna be showcasing the prizes at the end of the call, okay? But for today's training and today's homework, basically you will be adding 10 dummy contacts into your contact list, okay? It could be via file or manually, depending on what you want to do, okay? I'm gonna show you how to do it manually, okay? So we're gonna basically review what we just covered, okay? If you have any questions, just let me know. And then I'm gonna showcase the prices for you once you do your homework, all right? Let me share my screen one more time. Perfect. Now, we're gonna go back to contacts. All of you can see my screen, right? Karin, can I get a thumbs up? Perfect. Thank you, Christine. Now, adding a contact or 10 dummy contacts, it's the same process. You just gotta add a contact. In here, I'm gonna use my name, please test. Email should be please@gmail, or I'm gonna use a fake one. I don't know, wordy@gmail.com. You can add phone number if you want. Select time zone. I'm gonna use PST as an example. The contact type, probably lead, and save. Pretty straightforward. This will lead you straight to the conversation section for the specific contact. But if you just click on go back on the top left next to the contact's name, you can go back in here and it will appear in here in the list, okay? Now, in order to add tags to your contacts, first you need to create a tag if it's gonna be tailored according to your business. And in order to create a tag, you just gotta go on the left-hand menu. We're gonna go to settings. And if you scroll down, there should be a section that says tag or tags. Pretty straightforward. In here, if you wanna create a new tag, just on the top right corner, create new tag and you name it. Let's say that my business industry is consulting And one of the tags is gonna be consulting for small businesses, small biz. And then another one will be for sole proprietorships. Those tags will be saved in here. And then if we go back to contacts, just by selecting the contact in here, you can add tag in here. Action name, I'm gonna use small biz, for example. And when you select the tag, you just look for it in here, small biz, add tag. Check progress. The progress will appear in here as completed. You go back to Smart Lists, and here under tags, you will see that the tag is added for this specific contact. Then the same applies for the other ones. I'm gonna use the same process, add tag. I'm gonna use action name. I don't remember the other tag that I created. Oh, sole proprietorship, I think it was. Proprietorship.
Sorry,
And
sorry, Chris, what
yeah,
is that action name? What should
action
that
name
be?
is basically the name that you're gonna use for whatever you're doing in here. In this case, I'm adding the tag sole proprietorship, and that's why I use that. Sole
But I mean, like, what
proprietor.
would be the difference between action name and tags?
Tag is basically the sorry. Tag is basically the actual tag that was created that you need to select. And
Yeah.
then in here, you need to basically label the action you're doing. It could be, for example, adding tag for sole proprietorship. I just use the same name as the tag for a better reference. Okay, so in here, basically, try and use the same tag name with the action name. Okay, you add this, check the progress. It should appear as complete. If it doesn't appear as complete or there is an error, it's gonna appear in red, and you can view the details in here and see what happened. Okay, name, sole proprietorship, and then it will appear in here. Okay, so that's how you add contacts manually and how you add tags to those contacts as well. Okay, now, all right. That being said, the homework for this week for all of you is if you want to participate in winning the prizes that I'm going to showcase in just a second, the idea is for you to create 10 dummy contacts, okay? And adding a tag for those 10 contacts, okay? Then you should take a screenshot on your work, okay? And post it in the Facebook community group with the hashtag sales process wins to be eligible for participating in winning those prizes, okay? Now, I'm gonna showcase the prices for uh those trainings. Let me share my screen real quick. Perfect. Now, again, the homework should be posted in the Facebook community group with the hashtag you see on top, sales process wins, okay? You can comment on your experience, on why you think or how you're gonna plan on using those tags, okay? If you want to share a little bit about um, your techniques or your personal experience on the software or this specific feature, okay? Now, once you post that in the group, you will be eligible to win one of these prizes. The first seat is one exclusive hot seat. It's a coaching session basically with the coach Pengjin, okay? Where you'll fine-tune your offer, you will optimize your sales funnels, expand your traffic strategy for exponential growth on your business and the software itself, okay? The second seed is an another 101, but this time with Marcus, okay? It's gonna be, the topic will be traffic and ad strategy, all right? You will review your performance and targeting, explore insights on advanced traffic strategies, and basically refine split testing techniques for higher return of investment, okay? And last but not least, the third seed is one ticket to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live for this year, okay? You will gain insider insights into the 10 critical strategies to for better increase in your business, and basically an amazing experience to supercharge your growth in this year and the upcoming year as well, okay? Just for the record, the first and the second seed will also receive this ticket to the Internet Mastery Retreat Live, okay, for this year. Now, let me stop sharing my screen here. So far, any questions on the feature? Any questions on the training? We good? Okay, perfect. All right. If there are no questions, I do have another question from Kate. Do you know the keyword to set up the email unsubscription in the trigger link? The one I selected in the settings sometimes was not working. Let me look into this and see if the issue is in the keyword or in the workflow itself, Kate. And I'm gonna send you an SMS with that, okay? All right. Okay, guys, I hope you all guys have a nice week. If anything, let's keep in touch and stay tuned in the Facebook community group. And if you want to rewatch the training or other trainings, you can go to the Sales Process University where you'll have the recorded trainings in there as well. All right. Happy Monday and have a nice week. Bye bye.